Ted there in case she shows up, or should we move Kristen in?
But let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. This is the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners in-person meeting for Tuesday, June 16th, 2020. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It sounded a lot better.
Felt much better, didn't it?
Much more in unison.
Wasn't that smoother? Okay, good morning. I am the chair of the Lancaster County Board, Sean Flowerday. With me is Commissioner and Vice Chair Rick Vest, and Commissioners Krista Yoakum and Commissioner Deb Shore. I think we expect to have Commissioner Roma Amundsen join us shortly. So, Mr. Clerk, please begin.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk's staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, June 9th, 2020.
I move approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Best, Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next is approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners budget meeting held on Tuesday, June 9th, 2020.
I will move approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
5-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through June 16th, 2020.
Move approval of the claims.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 3, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of utility permit number 1969, allowing allowing Lincoln Wastewater Systems to install a trunk sewer extension at A Street on the west side of South 98th Street. There is no cost to the county. Grant contracts with the following: Cedars Youth Services for the Emergency Shelter Program in the amount of $254,463. League of Human Dignity for the Center for Independent Living Program in the amount of $33,120. Grant contract with the Youth for Christ for the Parent Life Program in the amount of $10,000. Amendments to the following county contracts: C-18-729 with McKesson Medical Surgical Government Solutions LLC for health and safety, medical, surgical, and first aid related equipment, supplies, accessories, and services. C-17-870 with Maximus Consulting Services, Inc. for professional consulting services to provide cost allocation plans and collections from programs which the county operates with outside funding for fiscal years 2017, 18, and 19. Right-of-way contracts with Larry Klug for the following: Southwest 98th Street and West Van Dorn Street in amount of $649. Northwest 140th Street and West Adams Street in amount of $12.
Move approval of the consent items.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 4 is a public hearing. This is repurposing community development block grant program income from the Economic Development Loan Program, loan fund for a new county-wide CDBG owner-occupied housing rehabilitation program. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. All right, good morning. Dennis Meyer, County Budget and Fiscal Director. So today, this public hearing is being held to kind of move one of our programs, which is kind of the old CDBG revolving loan fund program. We're going to repurpose that thing into kind of what is going to be called the owner-occupied housing rehab program. So it's just to kind of repurpose it. The revolving loan fund program has kind of stalled out. So this kind of just seems to be the way that makes sense right now. So what this housing program will do is it will include the rehab of income-eligible owner-occupied homes and will be made available to households located within the municipal boundaries of the communities located within Lancaster County outside the city of Lincoln. So we've been talking about this for a little bit. We'll have the public hearing today for it, and then we've got about 6 items down the agenda. And what those items will do is we're really kind of getting set up so that we've got that money moved over so that hopefully by the middle of July, we're ready to take or receive any type of application. So some of the resolutions today will just adopt this repurposing. We'll have a letter that needs to be signed to go to the Department of Economic Development. Everything that we're kind of doing right now is kind of getting all of our ducks in a row so that we can really get this information over to the Department of Economic Development because they're the ones that kind of really manage this program. The Southeast Nebraska Development District, SEND, will be kind of administering our program, but it all runs through and funnels through the Department of Economic Development. We've also got a resolution to adopt the guidelines. We've got a resolution to adopt the income reuse plan, which just basically means that any income that we earn on this program, we keep and we dump right back into the program. So, and then the last couple signatures will be going on some environmental review documents. With this type of project, we've got to kind of jump through the hoops on environmental review. So those are what the documents. After this, we will be in the process of one more publication notice. That publication notice will take place on the 18th, which is Thursday. And really what that notice will do is it will just allow for anybody, if they've got public comments, it kind of gives a time period. So that will run from the 18th till about the 26th. From the 26th, we'll file everything with DED, and then middle of July, everything should be ready to roll.
Very good.
Dennis, you've done a lot of work to get this transformation taking place from money that we had available that wasn't being effectively used to this program, which is going to help citizens outside the city limits of Lincoln. Appreciate all that you've done to coordinate this and bring this into fruition. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The one thing that I didn't mention is dollar amount. We've got about 400. Okay?
Okay. Are there any members of the public here to speak on the public hearing? Okay. Then we will go ahead and close the public hearing and move on down to the correlating item in new business.
Next is new business. 5A is a resolution in the matter of repurposing community development block grant program income from the Economic Development Loan Fund and amend the Economic Development Plan, seizing any economic development activities.
I move approval.
And I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is to authorize Sean Flowerday to sign the CDBG Program Income Fund repurposing letter for the Department of Economic Development.
Move approval?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 5C is a resolution in the matter of adopting housing program guidelines for the countywide CDBG owner-occupied housing rehabilitation program.
I
Move.
move that forward.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. D is a resolution in a matter of adopting the housing program income reuse plan for the countywide CDBG owner-occupied housing rehabilitation program.
Move approval?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. E is to authorize Sean Flowerday to sign and accept the statutory checklist related to requirement for the countywide CDBG owner-occupied housing rehabilitation program.
Move approval?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. F is to authorize Sean Flowerday to sign and accept the other requirements related to requirement for the countywide CDBG owner-occupied housing rehabilitation program.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. G is a special events permit application submitted by Dave Milnarick with the Nebraska Sports Council for the gravel grinder event on July 18th, 2020.
Move approval?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. H is an application on behalf of the Lancaster County Department of Corrections for the 2020 Litter Cleanup Community Improvement Grant awarded through the Lincoln Lancaster County Health Department for litter removal along county roads.
I will move approval?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. I is an agreement with Region 5 Systems for emergency protective custody services at the Mental Health Crisis Center. Region 5 will enter into separate agreements with referring counties who will send acutely mentally ill individuals to Lancaster County. The county will be paid $208 per individual per day. The term of the agreement is July 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2021.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. J are agreements with the following individuals to provide referee services to hear evaluation protests for the 2020 tax year and to transmit to the Lancaster County Board of Equalization all papers relating to such protests together with written findings and recommendations. This is for Bill Lang, Property Valuation LLC, Shanna Sprackling, and John Haney.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. K are recommendations from the purchasing agent and county engineer to award bids to the following. Dickey Hines Mirror for the county engineer office remodel for a total cost of $188,900. Highway Improvement Inc. for crack sealing by 2-minute surfacing 2020 for a total cost of $266,000. Constructors for asphalt paving and resurfacing for a total cost of $622,470.15. Straight line striping for pavement marking for a total cost of $92,457.64. Van Kirk Brothers Contracting for replacement of Bridge R210, R248, and Y181 for a total cost of $763,571.65.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. So number 1.K is for the remodeling of our office. The estimate for that was $200,000, so we're kind of excited that it came in just under that. I really don't have a lot of other details about this contract other than that it's something that we've needed to do for a long time. We only have one men's toilet in our facility, and so there's things that are in our facility that really aren't good that we need to fix. We should have more than one men's toilet if we have 25 men in the office. So I'm looking forward to this. This will help modernize our office and get us going on it. Next would be crack sealing. And so for crack sealing, this year we did estimate $300,000 worth of crack sealing. We're really trying to preserve those asphalt slabs and keep the moisture from getting under them. This is much more aggressive than we've done in the past. Again, we did estimate this at $300,000. It did come in at $266,000, so we're just a little under estimate on that one. The next one would be the asphalt paving on South 82nd Street that can be seen in between Roca and Bennett Road. With this, I don't think I have that road right, I apologize. Roca and Hickman Road. This is the 2 miles of pavement that is south of where our existing new pavement project is. This really needs an overlay in order to stabilize the road. It also, yes, came in at under engineer's estimate. Then is pavement marking for 2020. We do like to renew about 50% of our pavement marking every year. This keeps our public safe and keeps our surfaces reflective as the traveling public is on these roads. And then lastly, we have the Bridge to Box Culvert program, which is also part of the state's County Bridge Match program. This will help us with 2 of the box culverts that are shown on this map that are currently closed. R210, R248, and Y181 are in this contract. And then in addition to that, the reason we were able to get into the County Bridge Match program is we'll be partnering with Saline County for the 2 bridges to box culverts in their county. And so it's interesting. All these structures are the same size, so we can just move the forms from one location to the next. With that, I will also note that this project also was under budget, so I'm hoping to slip in a couple more projects that bid this week so that we can continue to stabilize Lancaster County's infrastructure. Are there any questions on that plethora of projects?
Doesn't look like it.
I will move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 6 is update on COVID-19 on Lancaster County response.
Does anybody have anything regarding the COVID-19 update and response? I do not at the moment. Okay, then let's go ahead and move on down to public comment.
Number 7 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Anyone here wishing to speak on public comment? Anyone for public comment? Okay, we will move down to announcements then.
The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold department budget hearings on Tuesday, June 16, 2020 at 10 a.m. immediately following the Board of Equalization in Room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting, including department budget hearings, on Thursday, June 18, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. in the Bill Luxford Studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, June 23, 2019 at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building, with the Board of Equalization immediately following. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commission@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
I move we adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
we are adjourned. Let's move down then to the Lancaster County Board of Equalization.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of our written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk's staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the additions and deductions.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0. Next is a public hearing. This is for motor vehicle tax exemption applications. This includes Our Savior's Lutheran Church, Resources for Human Development, Good Neighbor Community Center, Second Baptist Church, and College View Academy.
Public hearing.
sorry, that's on me. We will now open the public hearing for the motor vehicle tax exemption applications. Is there anyone here to testify on any of the motor vehicle tax exemption applications? Hearing none, we will close the public hearing and move on to item number 4.
Number 4 is action on motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
I would move approval of the tax exemption applications.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday. Motion carries 5-0. Number 5 is notice of assessed valuation change for property taxation purposes. This includes James and Stephanie Farr, Patrick and Barbara Prothman, Julie Thompson and James Walla, Center Court LLC, and Section 42 Partners Limited.
Good morning, Scott Gaines, Deputy Assessor, Register of Deeds. These are just 5 properties that our staff has identified as overvalued or undervalued for various reasons. Bring these to the board during their Board of Equalization timeframe to request these notices be sent to the taxpayers to adjust and equalize these values.
Move approval that these notices be sent forward.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 6, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to County Board of Equalization business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Is anyone here for public comment for the County Board of Equalization?
I move we adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
we are adjourned.
We got a sign, don't we?
How are we doing?